In today's full flight video, we're going to be flying a member requested flight from Belfast down to Tenerife South in the Jet2 Boeing 737-800. Hello there everyone and welcome back to a brand new Aviation Jack video. Hope you're all doing super well and welcome back to the terminal in Belfast Airport. Very nice and busy here today. One of the best sceneries by Pyrogy simulations where we are flying out of. And we're going to be taking our Jet2 737-800, which you can see is parked up just there. We're going to fly the aircraft down to Tenerife with all these passengers eventually getting on. We are on Vatsim today as Chenex 81 Bravo, no ATC and no other traffic as you can see. Not much around today, nice and quiet on the network, but yeah, I just love the scenery. It's such a nice airport. They've done such a good job on this scenery in general. So let me show you all the flight plan for today's flight. So with Chenex 81 Bravo, we've got a flight time today of 4 hours and 15 minutes, which I think is pretty good. Must be a strong tailwind from here in Belfast down to Tenerife. We're cruising flight level 340 with a step climb up to flight level 35. We're taking 185 passengers, so we're pretty full today. We're departing at runway 07 and arriving onto runway 07 as well, via the Ortis 1 Golf arrival, and departure is direct to MAC. We'll probably go direct to Degos instead. Here's our route map today, pretty much a straight line kind of down to Tenerife, all over the Atlantic Ocean, and that is all I can show you. So we'll get straight into the flight deck and start planning this 737. Well, welcome to the flight deck of the 737. Sorry for no face cam today. I've got a bit of a cold or something. I'm not quite sure what I've got, but I thought better off if I just stay off camera whilst I try not to cough every 10 seconds. So, up to the overhead panel, we're going to switch on the battery, and now we're going to switch on the ground power. Switching the IRSs to nav, and then we're going to switch on the emergency exit lights, chime, and seatbelt signs to on. That's all good there. We're just going to switch on the aft fuel pump. Window heats can come on as well. And then we're going to select the altitude up to 3.5. And then the altitude here at Belfast, the elevation is 268. So we're going to set this to 200, which sounds good. No, set to 250. There we are. Lovely, that is all good up there. So this needs to be 2000 on the squawk. We'll set it to TA. And 122.8 is Unicom. So we'll set that, pull the parking brake. And now we're going to go to GSX, reload Simbreif. Simbreif is okay. Oh, what is this hotfix update available? That's interesting. Select apply from the menu. I'm guessing that we'll come back to GSX in a second. That was a new little thing there. Data link on the right, FMC on the left. And if we go to the electronic flight flag, we'll request data from Simbreif, pop in the departure. QNH here is 1031. We'll set that when we can. Position in it then, Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. And we're going to pop that in there. Go to the route page. Flight plan, Simbreif route, set payload, select the fuel, and then select the route. Let's see if GSX has restarted itself. It has. I like these new buttons, very cool updates. Brilliant, so let's request boarding. There we are, Vinci. Now the flight plan is loaded in, there we go, so we'll select load, and we'll also select QNH 1031 whilst we wait for that. There we go, 1031 is set. Oh, what is with the stutters today? Apparently everyone's been experiencing that today. I've been watching a few streams. Right, departure. Runway 07, it's just a direct out of here. Init ref. Cost index was, I think it was 6 or something. Oh no, 25. Cost index 25. Reserves 1. 0 fuel weight. Cruising flight level 340. And we'll select that. N1 limit. We'll be doing a flaps. Oh, what am I doing? Not thinking straight today. Performance tool, we want to select 07, import, calculate, select temperatures 33, it'll be a takeoff 1 departure. So takeoff 1, takeoff flaps 5, there's our trim, V1, VR and V2, so 157 is V2, so we're going to select 157, Flight director left, flight director right, so we're going to select runway heading. There's the doors being opened up. 070 is set, and also we're going to select our cruise altitude of 340. Get that ready straight away. There we go. 340 is also set. I don't think we can do LNAV. No, because I haven't got a departure, which is fine. Data and traffic on there. Everything down here now is actually set. Just got to do the trim, which is 5.78. So let's quickly set that. There we go. Trim is set to 5.78 and everything now is set up in the flight deck. I will catch you when boarding has completed and then we can get this aircraft down to Tenerife. Boarding has now complete, so we are ready to get on our way to Tenerife. We're going to switch on the APU bleed, keep these packs off, and then go to the overhead panel, switch on the anti-collision light. GSX, prepare for push and departure. Oh, poor lady's going to get run over by the pushback tug there. What stand are we on? Stand 2-1. Belfast traffic, Chanex 81 Bravo, pushing back from stand 2-1. Belfast traffic. That's cool. Up comes our nose. Okay, parking brakes released.
Commencing push.
And we'll start up engine 2.
Clear. Start at will.
And we're going to wait for that 25% N2 before we pump in the fuel. Lovely sounds. Boris sound pad doing his job. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Shame we can't get a good view of the push. Alright, and now we're going to start up engine 1. "23, 24, there we go. Very good. I'm gonna guess we're gonna be pushed onto the taxiway here. That way. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, well, we can start doing everything else. So, generator 1, generator 2, APU off, both start switches to continuous, electrics on, pro beats, and packs, APU bleed, that can come up to here, parking brake set. And we also need to select flaps 5, 1, 2, 5. Oh, I thought it was going to push us back here, but okay. Fair enough. Good taxi via Lima, Charlie and Delta. Belfast traffic, Chanex 81 Bravo, taxiing to runway 07 via Lima, Charlie and Delta. And RTO. Brilliant. Taxi lights, runway tunnel flights on. Full left, check. Full right, check. Full up. Full down. Rudder left. Rudder right. Parking brakes release, bit of thrust, and we're going to swing ourselves to the left. Nice short taxi out of here. There we have it. Belfast traffic, Chenex 81 Bravo taken off runway 07, Belfast traffic. Well, here we are everyone, let's switch on these landing lights and our strobe lights. Everything else is set and we are ready to go to Tenerife. So let's line up 07. Actually, can I pop on the LNAV? No. That's okay. There we go, lining up nicely. I'm going to select 50%, auto thrust armed, stable, toga. Brilliant. $80 knots checked.
80 knots.
Checked. Rotate.
Positive brake.
Gear up. There we have it. Ooh, speed is looking a little bit yellow. Just get that nose down a little bit. We'll start the right hand turn. Why has it gone to flaps 5? This is what happened before. I think my Thrustmaster's gone a little bit sensitive. That might be the issue. Or it's when I do this. No. Might be when I click that button there. Ah, yeah, I've got the wrong profile on, that's why. Okay, flaps 1. Got the wrong profile set on my Thrustmaster yoke, that's why it's bringing the flaps up when I switch to that other view. Just amend the direct. Command 8, LNAV. Bye bye Belfast. Got a nice tailwind as well. Flaps up. Look how green it looks down there, it looks lovely. Landing lights can come off, runway tunnel flights, taxi lights off. Let's release the crew. Right, so the climb's not too far away, and we are going direct to Degos. We should be there in 33 nautical miles, so in roughly about 7 minutes. 5,000 feet, we're going to select standard, and that gives us a standard pressure. And I shall see you all closer to Tenerife. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you all shortly. Hello everyone and welcome back to the flight deck. So we've been in the air for, I forgot to start the clock. I'm going to guess about 3 hours. And I'm going to say we've got about hour and, no, 2 hours something. Or I think we've been in the air about 2 hours for maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to bother trying to work it out. Anyway, top of descent is in about an hour. That much I do know. And we're going to be landing into Tenerife on the long-ass runway 25 with the long approach Ortis to Zulu. And we're going to be on the ILS Zulu approach transition Kiti. As you can see here, the star arrival starts at Ortis and ends at Kiti, where we start then the transition into runway 25. Now, this actually is the approach I done in February in real life, so it kind of takes you around the island and then quite an extended long downwind into the runway. So, to be honest, it's never busy in Tenerife, so I think what we'll do is we'll go from Fema to TS559 direct to Kiti and then bring it in that way, because I'm pretty sure we'll only do this if there was loads of traffic around, which there isn't. So yeah, we're just going to program it that way. Looking at the arrival charts, we need to be flight level 80 or flight level 100 by UK, but to be honest, we'll probably set flight level 80 by Lulug, because that's probably where I'll bring it down to. And then 6,000 feet, or between 6 and 4 for Kiti. So yeah, we'll set flight level 80 and then bring ourselves down 6,000 and then bring ourselves in that way. Obviously, unless ATC comes on, which is extremely rare. Looking at the approach charts, our decision altitude is going to be 438, and we need to capture the ILS at 2,200 feet, so it's just to bear that one in mind. Airport elevation, we looked at that earlier on, was 209, so yeah, that is pretty much everything. So I will plan this now into the FMC, so let's do that. We'll head down here and then go to the departure arrival page, ILS Zulu 25. So ILS Zulu 25 transition via Kiti, and it was on the Ortis to Zulu arrival, which is up there. Execute that one. Init ref page, we're going to do flaps 30, 153 plus 5. ILS frequency is 110.9, so we're going to set that in there. And then the course is 253, so we'll select 253 up here. And then on top of that, we're going to reduce the altitude down to flight level 80, nearly. There we go. Flight level 80 is set. And then the airport, landing elevation, we can reduce to 200, as that's what the chart's 209 airport elevation there. Lovely. So we'll leave it in as normal. Actually, no, let's not. Let's actually remove some waypoints. So from TS559, we remove everything from this point. So delete 557, delete 555, delete. It's very long-winded, isn't it? Delete, and then Kiti, previous page, pop that one in there, execute that, that shortens it down. So top of descent is going to be at 4:33 Zulu, so about 1 hour and 15 minutes. And then we should arrive into Tenerife at 5:02 Zulu, so that would be 6:02 local time. So we have roughly so about an hour and a half left of the flight. That's not too bad. Right everyone, I will catch you all when we start our descent. Welcome back to the flight deck everyone. So we are just passing 7,000 feet as you can see, currently doing 215 knots, auto brake is set to 3, and we currently also have some speed brake out as well. We've got altitude set down to 2,100 feet, which is the altitude that we need to capture the ILS. There was a last minute runway change, so I had to do a bit of a right hand orbit just now to lose some altitude as we're coming in too high. Just the runway changed from 25 to 07, so yeah, it's not a big deal, just had to lose some altitude in order to help us out with our descent rate and speed. Okay, QNH 1015, let's set 1015, Seatbelt signs are on, landing lights are on, engine start switches are set to continuous. We'll get the cabin crew to sit down. There we go. And we've got 180 knots selected on the speed here. Also now going to arm approach, command A, command B. And then hopefully the localizer and glide slope come into action very shortly. It should be now. Yeah, capture the localizer. And also, guys, you know these weird lines in the sea? I'm hoping in Sim Update 5 that these actually get removed. It's the only annoying thing about flying over water at the moment is this weird lines that we're seeing. Very, very annoying indeed. We can probably, actually, yeah, we can reduce our descent rate ever so slightly. It means about 2,100 by Foxtrot India 07. Tenerife South traffic, Chanex 81 Bravo, 14 miles from runway 07, Tenerife South traffic. Runway is in sight and we're just past 2,500 feet. And you know what, I didn't set the minimums, did I? They were like 400 something. We'll just say they were 420. I think they were around that. 428, so yeah, that's fine. We can literally just select 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Minimums are set. Now we're just waiting for that glide slope to come in. Yeah, see, look how awful it looks. Just, ugh, not very nice at all. Tenerife South traffic, Chanex A1 Bravo, 10 mile final. Oh, it's windy as always. When is it not coming into Tenerife? Always the same. Actually, do you know what? I was actually looking forward to landing 2.5 since that's the approach I'd done. Which is quite rare, I guess. I've always only ever landed 0.7, so shame. Oh well, at least it was a quicker flight by doing this. Okay, we're going to set 160 knots. Now we're now going to select flaps 5. And just double check we have the right speeds here. Yep, 150 plus 5 will be our final landing speed. So let's select now flaps 10. And gear down, flaps 15. Flaps 25. And 155, flaps 30, not that far, yes, flaps 30, there we go. Tenerife South traffic, Chanex 81 Bravo on a 5 mile final, runway 07, Tenerife South traffic. Well, there we have it, we are now fully configured for landing. So, auto thrust disconnected. We'll take manual control of that one. Autopilot. Nope. Disconnected. There we have it. Okay, let's land into Tenerife. Trimmed to perfection. So not as windy as previous attempts. I think last time we came here it was really windy. It seems to be a bit better today. Actually, it's not shown any wind at all, so very stable. Two whites, two reds, looking very nice. There's always this like little updraft I always find around here.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
Glide slope.
We're okay.
100, 50, 30, 20, 10.
Touchdown. Reverse green. Okay. Reverse is stowed. Manual braking. Welcome to Tenerife, everybody. Nice touchdown. Not bad at all. I'm going to vacate here just to the left. Slow it down a little bit more. There we are. Bring out the spoilers. I always do that. Okay, flaps up. Tenerife South traffic. Chenex 81 Bravo vacated 07. Tenerife South traffic. And we're going to switch on the APU. Start switches off, runway tunnel flights, and lights back to steady. There we have it. Okay, GSX, where are we going to go today? Let's select it from the map. And we'll select gate 4. Actually, let's select gate 6. We'll do South Europe. Landing rate, guys, was -215. Not bad. Not bad at all. And we'll switch off the weather radar. We'll switch this back to T8. Very nice. And nearly at gate 6, you see the stairs there all ready for us. We'll slow it down slightly. And G6, here we go, swing it in. Stop. Parking brake set. Engine 1, engine 2 cut off. Anti-collision light off. Seatbelt signs. And we'll switch the packs off. Electrics, Propeats, and these fuel pumps here. GSX, request deboarding. Well, there we have it, everybody. Welcome to Tenerife South Airport, where we've made it safe and sound on the ground. Oh, there's an Iberia Express next to us now. Very nice. Thank you very much to Gareth for the requested flight. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Guys, if you also want to request a flight and get member priority, then you can find out all about that in the description below, where it says become a member. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will catch you all in the next full flight video or live stream. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.